today's video, I'm thinking I want to do like a green smoky eye. I'm not sure yet, but I think that's the direction I'm going. My face was already washed and moisturized, and on my eyebrows, I used Color Pops, taken for granted. And when I carved them out, I used my Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C5.
I'm going to go in with the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. My Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 220. With my Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C5 and use that to prime my eyelids. With my Maybelline Matte and Poreless. My daughter. You gonna say hi? Hi. She's shy, but that was my daughter Isabella.
Like stories.
I'm
makeup
actually
stories.
Oh.
That are not in real life.
Well, mommy watches your videos. Beige Cosmetics Color Festival palette, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Experience and work that into my crease. Latina. I am Puerto Rican and Spaniard. I don't speak Spanish, but that is just because my mother never taught us so she could talk mad shit on us. Even though you could always tell she was talking shit because she looked and she'd be like, Eva, and I'd be like, I'm Eva, so what you saying about Eva? And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Chic or Chic. I don't know if it's Chic or Chic. I don't know. I'm gonna say Chic. Go in with the shade DJ. First son, my 11-year-old when I was 17. I got pregnant when I was 16. Don't recommend it. And I love him, and he's definitely changed my life, because before him I was like out there partying and, you know, just doing stupid stuff, and he's really changed me for the better. But it was definitely hard being 17 and a mom. Like, you really have to grow up. And I wasn't living the life of a normal 17-year-old. I was focused on raising my son and, you know, creating a family for him. And with my husband, we did just that. We created a family. He met my son when he was 13 months old and has raised him ever since. He's an amazing father. That was his buddy from day one, and not too long after we got pregnant with my daughter Isabella. I had her when I was 19, and then I had my last son Luciano when I was 20, but I was almost 21. I had him in September and my birthday is November 1st, so to Scorpio. It was really hard for when we moved really fast, which also don't recommend. Just, like, started on this crazy train, and it's totally well worth it. We were together for 9 years before we got married. We just got married October 26th of 2018, so we're getting ready to hit a year this year. We've been together for like ever. And like when I got married, I was like, oh, I'm a married person now. Like, and now that my best friend's getting married, me and her just kind of like, ew, we're getting old, and ew, we're doing adult things. I'm going in with the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to go into this beautiful emerald shade. Boy. For whatever reason, I knew I was having a boy. But with her dad swore girl. I swore boy. So we made a bet. He picks out her name because he won the bet. She was this tiny little thing, like a baby doll tiny. Like, I've never had a baby that tiny before. And it was just nuts. Like, and she was so beautiful. Well, she still is. Like, to me, my daughter is gorgeous. And her hair is just super freaking pretty and long. See, her dad had lied to her for a very long time that it hurt to get your hair cut. That, like, you physically feel pain when your hair gets cut. And she believed it for a long time. He also told her she could be the next Rapunzel. She believed that one too. No, I think she's. He's my little daredevil. He is a little badass, like that child. Got the ball size of like. That's just my little badass. Like, if he was my first, I never would have had any more. Like, I'm not even freaking lying. Like, my mother-in-law says that too about one of her kids. Like, if he was the first, she never would have did it again. And I'm like, that's exactly how I feel about that one. That child tests me all the time. And you know, he is a mama's boy. He really is. And you know, he's all about mommy. You know, now he's all about daddy, but before then he was all about me when he was a little baby. And it was just so sad for me because when he started kindergarten last year, there was no tears. There was no waterworks. There was no, it was like that. But I also guess it helped because his brother and sister are on the same bus as him, so it's not like he was alone on his first day of school. Still, I would have liked a cry or for him to like hold on to my body. And with this beautiful, pretty, shimmery green. The ruby obsessions too, but I actually really do prefer the emerald obsessions. I don't really care for the ruby obsessions. Like, I don't really feel like there's any color payoff in the palette. I'm like, damn, for $27, like, and it's such a small palette, you only get 9 shades for $27. Like, that shit better be like butter and super pigmented. But like I find even with that, no matter what I do, I'm constantly trying to build it up and nothing's happening. I love this palette. I like the looks, but I heard the ColourPop one's really good, and I actually still am gonna get the ColourPop one. I have the It's My Pleasure, and what the heck is the other one? Ooh La La palette. I think it's the Ooh La La. I'm gonna get the blue palette, the green palette, and the red one too. Go in with the NYX Epic Ink Liner in Black. So a little bit more about myself. I have 12 or 13 tattoos. I never know if it's 12 or 13. I have 2 with my baby sister. We have that ugly ass heart if you've ever seen it. But the only reason why I haven't gotten it covered up, that was just going to like someone bad. The only reason that I haven't covered it up though is because it was such a fun memory. Like, that was a fun night. We went out to dinner. It was me, my best friend, and my sister. We went out to dinner and then we went and got our tattoo. My Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the sculpting shade. Go in with just this golden shade. This really is like my favorite highlighting palette. I adore it. My husband actually picked it out on one of my many trips to Ulta, in which I forced him to go to. He saw it and like he was swatching it, because when you take that man to Ulta, he swatches everything. Like, I'll walk out of there and like my whole entire arm is swatched. He has problems. For my inner highlight, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty palette again and get that very pretty light green. This is the Rimmel Kohl liner, and this is in the shade Emerald. I finally found it, my curvy lip liner from ColourPop. My ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade WYD. And then I'm going to set with my NYX Dewy Setting Spray.
But this is the finished product. I actually really like it. It's like, it's clean.
Thank you for watching my video, and if you enjoyed, please don't forget to click the like and subscribe button down below.